Hi folks, Mike here, and today I want to go over with you 5 things. Yes, 5 things you may not have known about this Kia NIRO EV. Stay with me and we'll get into it next. So before I jump into these 5 things on the Kia NIRO EV, I just want to say, to preference this video, I do like the car. The car has been fantastic so far. I've owned it since the end of July and I have nothing but great things to say about it. Overall, it's been superior. The range has been great. Hell, even the seat coolers, woo, they're nice and cool in the summer. The air condition works great, and even the back of the vehicle, I put the seats down and I've been able to haul exactly what I need to. Plenty of room in there, so overall, a fantastic car. Now let's get going. So for the first little unique thing about this Kia NIRO electric is the outside of it. How do we know that it's an electric vehicle? Well, a lot of times we can tell by, hey, there's a charge port on the car, or there's no fuel tank, or, you know, the wheels are different. But on this one, just going to turn it around, and I just moved this to a parking lot, just a regular old parking lot to show you. Okay, so first, there's no badging, of course. There's nothing that pops out right away to tell you it's an EV, but if you walk around, you can tell. And you're thinking, well, what is it? Well, can you see it? Have a look. Can you see it yet? No? Well, maybe you can. All right, if we look and concentrate right under the rocker panel, right on the bottom, you can see that the casing of the battery, it's an aluminum, it looks silvery, right under that rocker panel. Let me get you a closer look. Now you can see it, right? Yeah, it stands out pretty clear. And of course, the farther we back up as we approach the car, it comes into view. As you get a little closer, of course, it goes away. And so if you're walking by a Kia NIRO and you want to know if it's an electric vehicle or not, you can tell just by looking right under that rocker panel. Now, why is that? Of course, because the platform that this electric vehicle is mounted on is good for an internal combustion engine as well. So this is not built as a pure EV platform. It is, you know, built again for the hybrid version. So they kind of just stuck that big old 64 kilowatt battery right under its rear end there, and it just hangs out. Okay, number 2 on this Kia NIRO, we have what they call a vehicle to load adapter, or V2L as some people call it. Let me show you what that is. I have it in the front here, I have it all out. So it's this adapter, and it's got this 120 AC outlet. Looks familiar, something you may have in your house. Right into this. Okay, I'm trying to work here. Take that cover off. Okay, so the cover's off. We pop the charge port. Undo that flimsy little charge port cover there. And can plug that right into the charge port. Click. Now it becomes, you can hook an extension cord up there and power anything you might need. So if you have a power outage, you can certainly use your car for some lights, TV, whatever you need. All right. And this came with the car. Some Hyundais and Kias it does come with. However, there are others it doesn't come with. But if you want to purchase one, you could purchase one from Kia for that much money. That's right, just over $600. Or you could try to find one on Amazon. I don't know if they work as well, and I don't even know if they work at all, but you can find them for about $70 to $100. But anyway, check this out. I'm going to try to remove it. You push the button, pull it out. It doesn't work. Oh, why not? Believe it or not, you have to unlock the door in order to unlock. So even though the door is open, you can see, you have to hit the unlock button. Now, we can pull that out. Now it should come right out, right? Yep, comes right out. But anyway, do you really need it? I mean, do you really want to spend over $600 on that? Why not just use what came with the car? Yeah, you can do it with any Hyundai or Kia Niro. This one, absolutely free. You don't have to invest a damn thing. Let me show you. So I'm in the back of the car now. And if we go under the back seat here, I don't know if we can, but right here, this is an AC outlet here. It's a regular 120 like you find in your household. I can open it. It is locked. I forgot the key, but it's that key just opens it up. You can access the AC outlet and plug anything in there. So if you want to spend $600 on that port out front, you can go ahead and do that, or you can plug an extension cord in there, crack the window a little bit, and power your TV or lights that way. Third weird thing about this car, or unique thing, I don't know if this is across brands or just with this electric vehicle, but I'll show you. Let's try to close that garage door. Now this one comes with the HomeLink garage door opener and closer, which are right on the rear view mirror here. So I'm going to push that. And no door. Oh, I got to put the accessory on, right? So I'm going to use my digital key. And for that, I'm going to just put in my code here. And for that, we'll just put it in the holder here, and that will, I'll just push the start button to turn on the accessories. So it's on, accessory is on. Let's push it again. Nothing. So you can see I'm pushing it with the accessories on, and the garage door still doesn't work. Well, you got to hit the start button again to activate the screen, or you have to start the vehicle. Now let's see if it closes. Yeah, so now it works. So you actually have to hit this start button twice in order to use your garage door opener. I didn't know that until recently. I get home from work, I turn the car off, I'm like, oh jeez, I forgot to open the door. I go ahead and click that and nothing happens. So I figured out you got to either start the car or hit this button twice. So again, I don't know if it's unique to this car or the Hyundai line, but I know in my previous ICE vehicles, all I had to do, some of them I didn't even have to turn on the vehicle at all. I can just hit the button and it opens. Others I had to turn on the accessory and it was fine. This car, you have to push the button twice or you have to start it. Okay, number 4 on this vehicle, and it's pretty neat. It's a little bit of a fun thing, I would think. So this is your standard layout, your screen cluster here, your gauge cluster for your Kia vehicles. And of course you have your drive mode button down here, which changes the theme, which is neat, right? So this is in eco mode. This is normal. So you can see it switches. We switch again with our thumb. I'm just pushing this button here to change the drive modes. Snow mode. Okay, it changes the cluster. Eco, which we were in, normal. Sport mode. And if we hold it down, it goes into snow mode, which kind of looks like sport mode here. And it's pretty standard across all Kia vehicles. However, there is a way to switch this skin on here to something a little bit more unique or a little bit more fun. So if we go into the menu over here and hit, I'm going to go to the home screen and show you. So this is your home screen. We're going to go to Setup. We'll go to Vehicles, Setup, Cluster. And you can see, right now it comes automatic to link to drive mode, cluster theme selection. All right, so you can have this, it's on classic, so it's drive mode, A, B, or C. So if you want it to be in sport mode all the time, it's B. If you want it to be in regular mode, it's C, A. or you can just link it to drive mode so it switches every time you switch the drive mode, which is what most people have. However, there is a dynamic theme. It's called Sync with Time and Weather, and I use this once in a while. It's pretty cool. You hit that, and the screen, you can see today, it gives the weather on top visually. So it's a kind of a partly cloudy day. It's warm out, 57 degrees in November. And that's kind of what it looks like. It gives you all your information. Let me show you what it looks like at night. It's pretty neat. It's just dark. If it's a clear night, it's got little stars out. If it's cloudy, you'll see a little, grayish in there for clouds at night. And here is sundown or sunset. I love this screen. And again, if there's clouds, you'll see clouds. If it's clear, it'll be bright. Also, precipitation. So we haven't had rain in over a month and a half. But if it did rain, you would see little raindrops coming down here, animated raindrops. Same thing with the snow. So, based on the precipitation, you'll actually see that animated on the screen. So that's linked to the weather and the time of day. Pretty cool thing about this vehicle, and it is across the Kia vehicles that I know of. I don't know if it's across Hyundai vehicles, but the collision avoidance on these cars are extremely aggressive to the point of it could be actually harmful to you. I'll show it to you the best I can, but just the other day, it was last week, I'm pulling out of the coffee shop and I'm backing up, just a little, creeping along, less than 5 miles an hour. And of course, we all know what happens. Sometimes a car in the other lot in back of us starts to pull out. So normal cars with collision avoidance, they kind of beep and they warn you that a car is backing up. I'm a pretty careful driver, so of course we've got the rear view mirror here that I use, and the side mirrors over here, and of course you can check your backup monitor. And I knew the car was there. I knew it was backing up. I saw the car actually put its brakes on because the brake lights went up. I took my foot off the accelerator here to put mine on the brake and to kind of pull back into the parking lot to let the other car go. And as soon as I lifted my foot off of that accelerator, the car automatically jammed on its brakes. I mean, so bad, my neck just kind of went right up against the freaking back of the chair. I wasn't expecting it, and the thing just slammed on the brakes. Now, I'm like, it was a little sore. Don't get me wrong, it was a little sore, but if you're an elderly person or there was a child in the back seat, I can see that being very dangerous. So I would recommend turning collision avoidance off. I mean, I know I'm going to catch hell for that maybe, but Hyundai, Kia, do something about that. Let me show you. You see out in front I have a garbage can. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to head towards that. And of course it's not going to happen because I'm going to be going at a slow speed. But here's how the collision avoidance works in the car. So you get closer, you can't see. I'm going to show you the screen here. It starts to beep. Okay. So you see it's turning yellow, which means I'm getting closer, and then red. All right, which means, you've got a problem ahead. So what should happen, I think anyway, is when this thing starts turning orange, like that, it should start slowing the car down. But what happens is, you hear that, you take your foot off the accelerator, and maybe the car is rolling a little bit like that, take your foot off, and bam, it just slams on the brakes. Slams on the brakes when you were manually going to do that. So my suggestion to Hyundai, Kia, whoever, slow the car down a little bit. That's how humans usually work. It's actually, I was thinking if I had somebody in the vehicle with me, or, my mother, God forbid, or, a little child, they could have been hurt. It would have been better for me, or better for them, to get into a little fender bender, and that would have lessened the impact. That would have been a lesser impact than the brakes automatically engaging on this thing, because it's all or nothing. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any other unique things that you know of about this vehicle, or you have any comments or anything, please feel free to leave them below. And always, have a wonderful day. Take care.